Hello everybody, this is Chris, and I was going to share with you something that I recently have been talking about with my clients. About 2 or 3 years ago, I realized that I was best I was best used, I was best going to help people who were able to hear the message that I was bringing. And I had become very clear on of what my path is and what I'm here to do. And I found that the people who were more in alignment with me would actually get it, and in their work with me would go faster, using the methods that I do to clear the field. So I just put it out there, as we do when you're working with energy. Your thoughts are energy, and so I made the intention, I sent the thought energy out to the higher realms, God, consciousness, and I said, bring me the light workers. Bring me those that are here to expand consciousness, to assist with the ascension of this planet and humanity. Bring me those that will hear and understand what I am here to say and teach. And it just began to happen. The people and the clientele that would seek me out were basically people who I would soon identify as light workers. So what is this word, and what does that mean? Because many of the people who came to me did not know that, and it wasn't that they even understood what that meant. So here's what I found. This is just my personal experience. And my definition is how I understand it. A light worker is a being of light, somebody who has existed on a higher frequency in the other realms and other dimensions, and made a conscious choice. And I say that we all make a conscious choice to come here. A light worker made a conscious choice to come here, to come into this density, to be on the planet for a specific purpose. And that specific purpose will feel like a mission at times, and there'll be a strong desire and knowing that they're here to do something, and that they're here for a special purpose. So there's something inside them that feels this very strongly. A light worker comes with data codes that are already partially activated, and so they may have dropped into families that are really dysfunctional. But they were the ones who seemed to know that there's something wrong here, and they would feel that there was something that needed to be done, and the adults weren't doing it. So there was a lot of confusion. Often they're empathic, intuitives, and so when they dropped into families that were so dysfunctional, especially if there's a lot of pain, emotional pain, in which there wasn't love, in which they understood in their higher dimensional lives, they often sought out ways to numb that pain. And so many light workers went through periods of addiction and using substances in order to dull that within them. In terms of arriving here, they're not arriving here with that addictive quality in place. But often there's a lot of anxiety because most light workers are empathic, and as a result, they've been feeling the collective, they've been feeling the energy in the world, and energy from other people, energy inside of buildings, and they didn't know it wasn't theirs, and so they developed a great deal of anxiety because they didn't know what to do with that. And they didn't know what was wrong with them. And so they started to, and especially if they went down the path of pharmaceuticals, they were medicated, but the medication never quite helped with the anxiety. So they just are on meds, and they white knuckle it most of the days. Another thing with light workers is they tend to move quickly in the work that I do, the energy work, and they seem to know that this is the way they should be going. What happens as soon as we start getting some of these layers of density off of their field, they immediately seem to move right into this knowing of what they're here to do. They then will move into the shamanic work that I do, and they will often really want to do that spiritual work, and where they're accessing multidimensional parts. They are also very interested in integrating all the lost children, inner child work, and so all of those pieces start to activate them. And as they are activated, they actually begin to uh, live a life that is distinctly different from when they came in terms of joy, happiness, calmness, understanding and knowing. Those things start to come online. So that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about light workers. And most likely the people who are going to be drawn to hear what I have to say are light workers. People who have no interest in this, it's not even a judgment at all. Me for them, or them for me. It's just not for you, and I understand that, and I actually am okay with that. I think that's what you need to do, is listening to your inner knowing, and if it doesn't feel right, to move towards what does feel right. One of the things that I know right now is there are many light workers who have been doing this work, and part of what I say when I say doing this work is that they have been clearing all the old stuff, all the energy, the belief systems, the thought systems that they have been thinking and looping in. They're clearing the energy of the emotions that they've held onto, and they're clearing their field of physical stuff. Like that's actually been my work, has been to remember I have a physical body, and I have to actually give it sleep and rest and water and nutritious food, and these type of very simple things that for others is very simple, and for me I have to remember to do it. So that is really important for a light worker, because you cannot ascend into a higher dimensional frequency without this physical body being prepared, because what we're doing is distinctly different than what has been done on other systems, I guess I'll call them, and that is we're going to anchor in this higher dimensional frequency into the physical body, and this body is going to adapt. It's going to change its form over time in order to hold the light, in order to basically there's a saying of heaven on earth. This is what they're talking about, is we're bringing in this higher frequency into the physical form, in which we will live on a planet in a physical form in a higher dimensional frequency, which is very unique in terms of that. And this is a great honor to be here at this time. And light workers came here excited to be part of this transition period that we're in. And if you know this, you know this. You don't have to be convinced. It's not even a convincing anymore. It is, you just know it. So that's what I do, as I help people get to that place where their knowing is turned on. And it's not my making them do anything. It's my removing out anything that blocks them from their ability to do that, because they're already born ready to do it. One thing as a light worker that we need to do is we need to sit and be in a meditative state in order to activate our data codes, in order to link up with the family of light that is our team that agreed to be on this journey with us. I always tell my clients that just imagine that you're on a spaceship and you got your team around you, and you're going to be coming into a very dense planet in which it's going to be very difficult on you in terms of being able to adapt to it, but also you're going to forget who you are, and that your team cannot send down all the information and the data codes that you need in order to have your journey complete your mission unless you reach out to them. This is it. You have to reach out to them. You have to say, I am ready. Please, I am ready for your assistance. Go ahead and send me down all the information that is needed for me to be on my path to complete what I came here to complete. And it's very simple. You don't have to have a lot of language. You don't have to have this woo-woo spiritual language. It's just let's do it. And so I recommend that you sit in that contemplative space of nothingness, and invite that in. Because right now the veil is very thin and the energies are coming through. Channeling is happening. I have been getting downloads and channeling without effort. Um, and that's another thing too, as you start to work with these energies, discernment is very important. So that is why gathering together and connecting with other light workers is really critical at this time, because we are activating each other, we're helping each other remember our gifts, and we are also creating this exponential, powerful light that is lifting up this plane as these different types of things will come through to actually clear. It's kind of a purging in which we're going to clear the density off the planet. Now it's being done collectively. Many light workers have already been doing it for the last about for me, intensely for the last 3 years. Is it 3 years? Yeah. So, for us, we're like, oh yeah, God, I've been through that. I've been doing that. And, oh my God, it's painful. It's difficult. This is what we've been doing. And now here we are, we're ready, and it's showtime, and it's about stepping into it. And if you're getting that nudge, like I have been getting the nudge to do this, believe me, I resist it. I resist. It's so hard. It is so hard to be vulnerable and put yourself out there and to actually speak about this and say, hey, this is the stuff I know and this is what I talk about all day. This is what I work with. I do encourage you to utilize many things that are going to keep your system elevated. Use crystals, crystal energy, work with the consciousness of the crystal, work with earth, get your feet on the ground, get the rubber soled shoes off, get connected to this. Just connect to the trees, connect to the life around us, connect to the wind and the water if you're able to, and fire energy. All the elements are important in helping us. I just spoke to one of my clients this morning, and that was one of her messages that she got, was to work this way, and she's transmuting, and we all are. And so take care of your body, take care of your spirit. I'm offering a Zoom call. I'll be putting it out there. Please message me on the bottom of this YouTube channel. Let me know if you're interested in getting a Zoom link. This is going to be specifically for light workers who feel a calling to connect up. The purpose will not be to hash out some of the frustrations or what we're hearing on the news and all of that that's going on in terms of the virus. This is about anchoring light, and this is about infusing light and activating each other so that we are collectively holding hands as we lift up. Okay, this is really the image I get. We are gathering together. We are connecting, we are energetically holding each other, and we are bringing each other up. And it's happening all around you. All you need to do is to link into a lot of what the people who've been doing this work, and we're all saying the same thing because we're getting the same collective downloads. So anyway, I'm going to be having a Zoom meeting to hang out together and to really talk about this and what we need to do and any struggles that you're having with it. I hope that you join me. I love you guys so much, and it's all good. Don't worry. We're moving through this. This is one of many different ways of purging, just like our own didn't happen in one time that we cleared everything. We cleared it over time, and it came through around and round and round. And this is happening for many of the people who need to wake up, is they're going to get hit with stuff that makes them move. It's kind of like sometimes the only way to move is to have something taken away. So please do not fear. Keep your vibration up high. Hold gratitude and love. And really, really feel that gratitude for what you're here to do in this planet and the people around you. And I send you lots of love. I send a lot of love out to everybody who's listening. Okay, take care. Bye.